I'm good.
Yeah.
Can you, Sheikh, I use the phone? Type. So inshallah we're going to start. All of you guys have the book?
Yes.
طيب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. So inshallah this is the second lesson. Alright. So usually every time we start with the lesson, we're gonna go over with the alphabet. So as we read it together, and then we're gonna take, each class we're gonna take few letters, but first we're gonna read it together, the alphabet. So if you may open the first page inshallah.
This is the second lesson?
Yeah, last lesson you was here.
Yeah. Ali.
Yeah, this is the second lesson, yes?
Yes. Wait, so Tuesday I didn't come. It's different.
No, the Tuesday is different lesson.
Oh.
But we're gonna review. So open the alphabet letter. Can I see? Yeah, that's the one. This one. Yeah. So I have it in the screen. You guys have it in a notebook. So I'm gonna say it and you're gonna follow me. Then we're gonna continue with the letters we took last class. I think we was covering the alif, yes?
Yeah, and with the alif, I don't know if you would still have.
Don't say alif, alif, lam, alif, alif. Aywa.
Alif.
Ah.
You remember the four little things on the side?
We're gonna go back.
Okay, good.
All of them. We're gonna start always with the. So now we know we have 29 letters in our Arabic alphabet, and we also agree is read from the right to left. Yes, this is the point we took it. Some of the letters have one dot on the top. Some have two dots. Some have three dots. Some have no dots. Some have one dot in the bottom or two dots in the bottom. Yes, so the dot on the letters is very important. Actually, that is the key as you're going to see it, because some letters they look triple, all the same in the shape. Always what we see the difference between them is the dots. The shape is the same. Just when you focus on the dots, you recognize this letter is the ta, and this letter, for example, is the ba, and this letter is the tha, based on the dots. Yes? And also when we took some of the stuff, we say in Arabic letters, they have a shape. Yes, in the beginning, in the middle, in the end, and also they have a name. Yes, and that's what and then we will talk about the sound of the three symbols. We mention those three symbols. If you put that line on the top of the letter, you will hear after the letter, you hear the sound e. If you put the same line in the bottom, you hear the sound e. And if you put that symbol like a comma, you will hear the sound u. Yeah, I think the brother is doing exam. But as we say, there is Arabic letter. There are some of them that are short form and some of them are full form. We already talked about this in detail, yes? So let's go back to the alphabet, okay? We're going to start with the first letter, inshallah. We're going to read the whole letter together. I'm going to say it and you're going to say it after me, yes? This is the first letter we call alif. Now we're only going with the names of the letters. This is the names. This is alif, so make sure lam is always light. Don't say alif. Alif. Yes, Sheikh, I want you to point it. Where's the alif in your book? That's alif. Next one is ba. Yes, it's from the lips. Ba. Next one is ta. From the tongue. Yes, tha. From the tongue. Jim. From the middle of the tongue. Yes, jim. Make sure don't say jim, say jim. Okay. Ha from the throat. Kha from the throat. Kha. Very good. Dal. Dal. So you find no vowel. Dal. Always the lam is light. Dal. Very good. Next one is ra. Heavy, ra, very good. Next, za, sin, sheen, sad, very good. Dad, make it heavy. Look at me. Dad. The mouth should be full from the top. Dad, yes. Next one. Ta. Wa. Ain. Ain. From the middle of the throat. Yes. Ghain. Fa. Qaf. Kaf. Lam. Mim. Noon. Ha. Look at me. Ha. Exactly. Don't use any parts of the throat. Keep the throat easy. Just say ha from the bottom. Ha. Very good. Now wow. And this is the small wow. Small wow next to it, which is the small wow. This is also part of the Quran. Then we have ya. And the small ya. And then hamza. Hamza. Yes. Where? Is the hamza then? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Then I have a different book.
Right, yeah.
So, but where is the hamza in your book?
It's the third one from the right.
That is hamza. Okay, so you got it. So you guys, that good. You guys know that letters. All right. So now, you remember we talked the first letter we talk because we're gonna take two letters. One is the alif, and one is the hamza. We see the alif is in the top, and the hamza is in the end, the last line of the alphabet. Yes. The reason why we took the alif and hamza because these letters, they most of the time they go together. The hamza, I told you, is the shortest or the smallest letter in Arabic alphabet, the smallest. Yes? And the alif is one of the letters which doesn't have a sound by itself unless we put hamza on top or hamza on the bottom. That's why they have to go together. Okay, the alif, as we see the shape of the alif in here, what we need to know about the alif, only connect from the right. Which means this is the alif. Yes? And only connect from the right. Only connect from the right. So this is the alif. This is the connection. If there is any letter before. Alright? So this is the tail or the arm if there is any letter before. But if there's no letter before, that's how you write the alif. Got it? Same thing in the middle. Only can connect from the before, not after. And same thing in the end. If there is nothing, we go back to the normal alif. Yes? This is simple. Now, this name alif, I told you last class, if you remember, the only one you have to pay attention when the alif is with lam. You remember that letter lam, brother Max? We said the lam is like this. This is the letter lam, which you have it in a book. You see that next to the?
Yes.
That's it, letter lam, like a hook when you catch the fish, yes? Yeah. Now, all the time, when you need basically to know the memorize the picture in your brain is when the alif come with a lam because it has a different art is written in Quran, different shapes. So for example, one of the writing of the lam with alif, this is the lam and the alif is in the middle like this. Lam, alif. This is the shape. You're going to see it in Quran like this. So the alif could be like this on top of the lam. Or we have, for example, lam, up to here, go back and make it alif. This is also shape of the lam with alif in Quran. Yes? And you have another shape, which you will find some of the ways of writing of the Quran, especially if it's from, come on, sister, if it's from the calligraph, which is the Musaf from Pakistan, usually they have the lam like this with alif. Lam, and go back and alif, which means this is the first letter, this is the second letter. Lam with alif. Alright? This is the shapes you need to know. Lam with alif. Other than that, alif you will find it like this all the time. By itself, connected. By itself, connected. So what is the name? We say the name is alif. Not alif. Alif. It's very important. The lam. So as soon you get the name right, then you will pronounce it because we have in Quran some ayat, some surahs you have to read the name alif. You have to read it like this. Alif, alif. So if you say alif, lam, mim, It's not anymore Quran, it's a different word. Alif, Lam, Mim. Don't forget. Lam is always light in Arabic language. Lam, Lam. There is no Lam. Always light. Keep that in mind. Lam is always light. Except in the name of Allah, when you hear that. But that is exception. We will explain that. But for now, keep in your mind, every time I say Lam, alhamdulillah. I don't say alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, la, la. What I do, this is the teeth, I put the tongue right behind the upper parts of the teeth, between the teeth and the gum. I don't go L too deep. I touch the hard part of the mouth. No, between the teeth and the gum, right? L, and make the tongue become a little bit like a thinner, not thick. Ooh. L, L, L. That's it, like a Spanish. Hola, la, la, como esta, but there's no lam in como esta. All right, so we got it. Alif is easy. We have only full form. We don't have a short. We remember that, Sheikhna? I think we explained this last class. So we can move on. Any question about this?
No.
So this is some of the shapes you will see it to recognize the alif. We said the alif is there. You see it's in the middle. Second letter is here. The alif, as you see it. The first letter is waw. Second letter alif, but it's by itself. It's like this form. Why? Because the waw do not connect. So therefore, waw doesn't accept connection. And the alif accept from this side, but since the waw doesn't accept, for example, waw doesn't accept connection from here. So alif accept, but if the waw doesn't accept, then I have to put the alif by itself because they do not connect. So you see how you see it? Now the next one, for example, we have alif in the beginning, but we say alif doesn't connect from this side. So it has to be again by itself, like this. You see? Then the waw connects from this side, but since the alif do not accept connection, then I have to start the waw by itself. So always important to know which letter connects from which side. Based on that, yes, sister.
So alif and waw, they will never connect.
Alif and who?
And waw?
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
They do.
Never connect.
You can say just like that. Because see, if I put the waw in here and I put the alif here, doesn't connect. If I put the waw here and I put alif here, doesn't connect. So those two, they never connect. Looks like they don't like each other. All right. So we got. So look now, lam, alif after the waw. You see, we put the lam after the waw. Why? Because the waw doesn't connect from this side. So the lam is by itself, as you see that in here. Lam is connected with alif. Is this shape here? You see, lam alif. You got it?
So it doesn't connect with the wow.
No, the lam, because waw doesn't accept connection from this side. It's only accept from the back, from here. If it was the lam here. Now we have lam, noon, alif. You see, lam connects with the noon, and alif connects with the noon from this side. We have alif, waw, lam, alif. All right. In here you can see the lam alif is in the end. This is the lam, and that is alif, as we mentioned. One of the shapes. So where's the alif? Alif is the last letter, which is on inside the lam. So I now focus in the alif. Don't worry about the rest of the letter because we didn't talk. Alif here, you see hamza is after the alif. Why? Because alif doesn't connect. Here we have lam and alif is in the middle. Kaf, lam, alif, then mim. Over there, alif, waw, lam, alif, and dal. All right? So this is easy stuff to go. Let's go to the next class. That's what we was talking about. The last class is the hamza. Yes? So we say the hamza is the smallest. How do we write the hamza, Sheikh Max? Just like a C.
C with like a little.
That's it. But it's not a big letter. It's a small. That's why if you see an alif, it will be like this. If I put an alif, it will be like this. Small. Alif is big. Which means the hamza is very important letter. And it's coming usually from the bottom of the throat. if it's with or e, u. Always start from the bottom of the throat. Okay? Now look the shape. Sister, can you read the English one? What the first part is saying? Hamza?
It stands alone and doesn't have any short forms.
So it stays alone. This Hamza alone doesn't have any short form. It's only Hamza by itself. This is one. The number two.
It doesn't connect to any other letter.
Doesn't connect. You see that like Alif has a connection. Hamza no, doesn't connect. We put it in between the letters. They put a little stool on it, but doesn't have arms from the Hamza. You put the Hamza, then you put a little stool, as we're going to see. But the Hamza by itself do not connect from any of the letters. It's unique. Can be on top of the letter, can be on the bottom of the letter, but doesn't connect. Doesn't have arms like the other letters we're going to see. Number 3, Sheikh Max.
Since Hamza is smaller than the average letters, it uses alif.
Ya and Waw. Very good. So since this Hamza is smaller than others, he used as a stool, as a stage, can use the alif, which means can be on top of the alif, or can be top of the Waw. You see, when I put the Waw and I put the Hamza. When you see this in Quran, you do not read the Waw. You only read the Hamza. When I see this in Quran, I say Hamza. I don't say alif. I say Hamza. If it's on the top, then become Hamza. If it's in the bottom, for example, also Hamza. Also Hamza.
So we're not calling it alif.
No, we don't call alif. We only call it by itself. Now is alif. Soon I put the Hamza, alif is gone. The sound alif is not there anymore. What do we call this? Hamza. What do you call this? Hamza. What do we call this? Hamza. Exactly. If I put the ya and there is a Hamza on top, there is no more ya, is Hamza. Because he used alif, ya and waw as a chair to stand up. So if you see the waw has a Hamza, there is no more waw, is Hamza. If you see ya has a Hamza, there is no more ya, is Hamza. You see the shape here? Ya with Hamza, waw with Hamza. Alif has a Hamza. Alif has a Hamza. One is on top, one is on the bottom. This we call this what? Hamza. This is the shapes of the Hamza in Quran. You need to memorize this shape. Because you can say shape, but there is waw here. You say no, we agree the waw is as a chair, as a stool to hold the Hamza. So as you see in Quran, we have how many shapes of the Hamza? As you see it, could be on the bottom of alif, we call Hamza. Could be on the top of the alif, also we call Hamza. Could be on top of the waw, we call Hamza. Could be on top of the ya, we call Hamza. And could be by itself, which is also Hamza.
But the Hamza will never be at the bottom of
Other letters.
the other letters. Okay.
No, only in these two.
Only 2 or 3. Yeah.
Top,
I mean,
the bottom. Only on the alif. Can be on the top or can go ahead,
So
sister.
then understand this. So the Hamza cannot stand alone. It needs
a chair.
yeah. So because you
No,
put alone back there, I'm trying to understand.
No, you understand. Look, the Hamza can be alone,
Okay.
can be on top of the ya, can be on top of the waw, can be on top of the alif, and can be in the bottom of the alif. But also can be alone. You remember here is right here. You see the Hamza is alone.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't read, we don't read it. Right?
No, we read it if we put the symbols.
Yeah.
If we put the symbol, we're going to learn the symbols. But now I'm just giving you the forms of the letters, how they look, and the names. The shapes. This is the shapes, yes? And the names. Any question about this, Sheikh?
No.
Easy?
Yes.
Shahada.
Now, if you want to take picture, you can take a picture. It's no problem. All right, but I want you to recognize the Hamza, because soon we know how the Hamza look in Quran. Then it's easy for me if I put the harakat. What the harakat means, the valves, the symbols. All right, Sheikhna?
Okay.
Can we go in the next? Do we miss something? Okay. Every one of these three letters are called Hamza. We already agreed. All of these, we call them Hamza. So what you need to know is Hamza how looks by itself. Hamza how looks on top of the waw, on the ya, on alif, in the bottom. And also, as we mentioned, sister, every time if the alif has a Hamza, there is no more alif. The name become Hamza. You see, alif, only we read alif when it's by itself, nothing on it. Nothing, you see, alif by itself, just the...
So it's become like shape Hamza and then sound Hamza.
Now the sound depends of which haraka we'll put. Haraka means the vowel, the symbol. We have fatha, which means we're going to learn these symbols. I don't want to bombard you too much, but let's say here, this is the box, this is the letters. So if I put on top of the letter this, so this we call in Arabic, we call fatha. What the fatha mean? Fatha. Now Surah Al-Fatiha, how they translate in Quran? Surah Al-Fatiha, open chapter. Yes, opening chapter, Fatiha. Which means to say this symbol Sister Aida, to say you have to open your mouth. Which means open your mouth. If I close my mouth, can I say Close your mouth and say You cannot. So the name Fatha means to open. So he's telling you, open your mouth, because letters usually come from the mouth. Yes? He said, open your mouth so you can produce the sound So based on the action you take, he took the name. The name is Fatha. Why? Because Fatha means to open. I open my mouth, I say You see? If I have this line, same line I put in the bottom of the letter, in the bottom of the letters. You see? I put it instead here. I put it here. In the bottom. We call this kasra in Arabic. Kasra. Kasra means to break something in half. Which means basically mouth, because this sound's coming from the mouth. If the mouth was open, if I break it in half, See my joy. Say You see? You see it? Those two from the open full was I close the in half, which means I break the mouth basically in half. If you keep the mouth open, can you say You cannot. So mean I have to break the mouth in half. Based on the action you take in the mouth, the name came. Kasra in Arabic means break it in half. You see? Now, if you see this little comma, like a small vowel, on top of the letter, this usually comes always on top of the letter. Yes? So we call this in Arabic, what do we call? Dhamma. Two memes. Dhamma. What does dhamma mean? Mean to squeeze. So basically we're talking about the mouth. We squeeze the mouth and we make the circle. Because that is the only way you can pronounce the sound oo. Oo, you see? Oo. If I keep the mouth open, can I say oo? You cannot. If I break the mouth in half, can I say oo? You cannot. I have to squeeze the lips in circles. So the squeezing of the lips will call in Arabic squeezing called dhamme. Like when Jibril came to the Prophet to give the revelation, the Prophet first response was, I cannot read. Then hadith in Bukhari says, and angel Jibril squeezed him. فَضَمَّهُ ضَمَّهُ He squeezed him, which means you don't have no choice. You have to repeat what I'm saying. So the dhamma means to squeeze. Basically, we squeeze our lips. Oo. You see? Oo. These are the symbols which you will find it in every letter in Quran. By putting these sounds on top of the letter now become with the sound. If I put this here, now the hamza is not anymore hamza, it become If I put it in this sound in the bottom, the hamza become E. Very good. If I put this one, another hamza on top with the dhamma, become U. You see now, soon I put the, very good, soon I put the symbols, now the letters, they change. Now, till now we was talking about the shape of the letters and the names. But when we put those shape and letters and the names together, and then we put this harakat, we call this harakat, which means the symbols, or we can say in English, vowels. Did you say vowels?
Vowels.
Vowels, huh? Vowels, like a, e, u. Yes?
Vowels.
Yes. So if soon you put those symbols on top, then the letters, the name of the letter is gone. No more hamza is a. No more hamza is e. No more hamza is u. Alright? But as we get couple extra letters, then we will start putting these symbols. But it's good for you to write it down. At least you know when we say fatha, you know it's the sound of a. If I say kasra, it's the sound e. If I say dhamma, it's the sound u. Yes? After the letter. Ba with fatha is ba. Ba with kasra is b. Ba with dhamma is boo. Yes. But we're taking the ba now. We got the hamza. Any question about the hamza?
So it's going to be bad, B, boo?
Yes, bad boo.
Exactly, when we put these symbols. Any question? No. Easy. We have covered two letters. One is the alif, one is the hamza. Alif and the hamza, when the hamza come on top of the alif, then there's no more alif, it's hamza. If it's in the bottom of alif, no more alif, it's hamza. If it's on top of the waw, no more waw, it's hamza. On top of the ya, hamza and hamza by itself. Yes? This is the symbols what we're going to learn. I think after the ba and ta and tha, I'm going to start always remind you the symbols. All right? As we go, we'll be able. But first, now, can I go to the next one?
Yes.
Is easy. All right. This is some of the example of the hamza. As you see here, hamza is in the beginning by itself.
Yes.
Look, the hamza here is in the middle on top of the waw. You see? Ya, hamza on top of the waw, mim and noon. Hamza on top of the alif. Hamza in the bottom of alif. And you see the hamza in the ya by itself over there. You see? This is the all words from the Quran.
What about the first
The
one?
last one is by itself?
This is in the first one, you see?
By itself.
By itself. And the alif is after. It's not on top of. So if the hamza is on top of the alif, there is no more alif. But if the hamza is before the alif, then the alif playing role on it. I only told you if the hamza is on top of alif. Here is not on top of alif, it's by itself in the front, which means it's a letter by itself. No, I don't want you to read it because if I tell you how to read it, you're going to make mistake and then this is like, how come? This usually, when the hamza is before the alif, hamza is here, and I put fatha. How do we read this? A. Hamza with fatha. A. Hamza with fatha. A. Hamza with fatha. A. From the bottom. If I put the alif after it, now it's a. This is elongation, but that's why I told you don't worry. This is another stage we're going to learn.
There is no.
Okay, all what I want you to focus now, look the hamza, the shape of the hamza by itself, the hamza on top of the waw, the hamza on top of the alif, the hamza in the bottom of alif, and the hamza on top of the ya. Alright? Because I don't want to go ahead, maybe for you will be easy, but we have for step by step. Any questions, Sheikh?
No.
Did you understand?
I mean, I don't know why that one's hat or what I mean.
Don't worry about this. I'm talking about this.
Yeah.
Do you know the shape of the hamzas?
Yes.
Alright? Did you understand these three symbols? Fatha is sound A, Kasra is sound E, Dhamma is sound U. If you don't understand, don't worry, because we're going to learn that as a class by itself. All right, so let me go to the next one. Why this? Okay, this is just showing the shape. Okay, now here we have let me just clean this a little bit. I can clean it, yes?
Yes.
I don't have a thing, but now we're going to take the letter Ba. The name is Ba. This is the name, Ba. All right? Now, let's see. You remember I told you when we start, because some letters, they have 2 dots, some of them have 1 dot in the bottom, some have 2 dots on the top, 3 dots on the top, 2 dots on the bottom, 1 dot on the top. All this, what you need to focus in these letters, in the dots. All right, this is letter Ba. Look the shape, like a boat, huh? The shape like a, and the dot, where is the dot?
Under.
Which is under, in the middle. We call this Ba. Now, let's see. What's the first saying?
That is a triplet of that.
Is a triplet of the Ta and Tha. Which means we're going to take triple. You see how the shape is all the same?
Yes.
That's what we mean triple. They all look the same. What's the difference? The dot.
Right.
Ba has in the bottom, Ta has on the top, Tha has on the top. 3. Very good. So we have 2, 3. So they are triple. So now the shape is the same. What we need to focus is what, Sheikh?
On the dot.
The dot.
Up and down.
What is saying number 2? Can you read it to me?
It makes the B sound. It's shaped like a bowl. Its dot is at the bottom. 1 dot at the bottom.
So has a shape, as you see, this is the shape. This is the full form of the Ba. The full form. You see the Ba has a short form and has a full form. This is the Ba by itself. You got it, Sheikh? Ba. Now where the Ba is coming from?
Lips.
From the lips. Ba. From which parts of the lips? Inner parts of the lips. Ba. Not, because if I say Pa, you see, is also from the lips, but it's from the outside parts, from external parts of the lips. Pa. That's why the Arab, for example, they don't have a Pa. So they use the Ba as a Pa. And you see, they say, I want to buy Pepsi with pizza and I'm going to eat it in parking lot. Because they cannot say Pa. Parking lot, pizza, Pepsi. They don't have a Pa. So they use it parking lot, exactly. So why? Now you know why. Because that is the only letter they have for a Pa. The only way they don't know how to put the shape of the lips, if they cover the external parts of the lips, then will come Pa. And if you cover inner parts of the lip, you close it, become Ba. You see? So that's why, for example, when you teach somebody English, you tell him make sure to pronounce Pa, you cover or you touch the external parts of the lips. Pa. And when you want to pronounce Ba, yes, Ba is inner parts of the lips. Yes? Number 3, Sheikh. Go ahead. Ba.
Ba comes from the inner part of the lips. It is an easy letter said by closing U lips together.
Yes. Ba. I don't think any language doesn't have the letter Ba. I think every language has the letter Ba. A, B, Ba. For example, Ba, book. It is what, Sheikh, is a friendly letter and has both short and a full form. Yes, we got it?
Short and full.
Yeah, we're going to see it. So where the Ba is coming from, as you see the picture, how you close the lips, inner part, Ba.
You cannot
Ba.
squeeze in and making Ba.
No, Ba. just regular. So it's saying here, has a short and full form. Go ahead, Sheikh. What's the next one he's saying?
It connects from both sides.
Yes, connect from both. Okay, let me give you look for the beginning, for example. If I want to read the ba in the beginning, and we say the ba connect from both, usually beginning only is supposed to connect this side. So you see this is ba. One dot, you see the both shape is already gone. I cut it in half. I cut it in what? In half. What I need to worry about is the dot in the bottom. I don't care the shape, because shape change. Sometimes you will find the shape like this. And so what is this, Sheikh? I say, worry about the dot. If the dot is in the bottom of this line, ba. Yes? Ba. This is the shortest form. The brother says it connects from both sides. We're going to see. In the beginning, it's cut in half. We cut it in half in the beginning. Yes? What is the next one, Sheikhi? In the middle, it's giving two arms to connect on both sides. Let's put it in the middle. This is the connection, one arm, and another arm. This is the dot. The dot. That dot in the bottom, that is the ba. This is the arm, this is the arm. Connect from both sides. Yes? Connect with the lam, connects with the alif.
That's a full form.
Lam, la, ba, a. La with fatha, ba with fatha, a, hamza. Soon I put the hamza on alif, there is no more alif, it's hamza. We agree with that, yes? So now, see the ba is friendly, connect from both sides. In the beginning, half form. It's not full, this is full. Half form.
So in the beginning.
Half form. All what you need to worry. What we need to worry, Sheikh, look on the dot. If the dot is in the bottom, ba. Ba, bottom, ba. Okay? To give you that, the dot in the bottom is ba. The dot in the bottom, ba. Okay? So you can say, okay, dot in the bottom, then still a bottom start with ba, that means ba. Try to get some kind of tips. What is the next one, Sheikhi?
In the end, it is written full form with one arm to connect.
Exactly. In the end. A lot of arm, and then I give full form. This full form. And the dot is in the middle. Yes, in the end, connected. In the end by itself, if I put the alif in here, for example, and I want to connect with the ba, alif do not accept connection. So I have to put the ba full form by itself in the end. This cover in the end, like this, telling you there is no more letters. Like when you finish the writing, you make the tail close. Yes? So for example, we have a connected from here, then I cover. That's it, no more. This means the tail, there's no more letters. I finish the sentence, I finish the word. So you see, ba, what we need to know about the ba, Sheikh Max?
There's one dot at the bottom.
One dot in the bottom. Connects from both sides. Connect it, because if you want to write, then you know how to write the letter ba. Now we know alif only connects from the right, because we start from the right, no left. Yes?
Left is lam.
Lam is left, but we didn't reach to lam yet.
Yes.
We got a Sheikh now? All these points I think make sense?
Yes.
So what the ba is coming from? From the lips. Look the tongue. You see the tongue, Sheikhi? The tongue doesn't have any move, it's flat. Oh, I missed the... You see the tongue? Flat. I just open. Ba. Or I can say bi. Or I can say bu. Based on those three symbols. Fatha, Dhamma, Kasra. Yes? You write it down there or you didn't?
I did.
Okay, so that's why. So now, so far I think we have covered how many letters? Alif, Hamza, and Ba. Can we go to the next one? Because the same family. We go to the next triple, yes. And we go back? Yeah, of course. We're good to go?
Yeah, just
Go ahead, sister.
real quick, let me find it.
No problem. I'm waiting.
So in the middle is given two arms to connect on both sides. I was taking notes, so I don't really know what example you gave there, so I could see.
Okay, I'm gonna delete the connection.
I thought that was it.
This is the Ba in the middle.
Yes.
Two arms.
I thought that was it.
Very good. So Ba in the beginning, Ba in the beginning, Ba in the middle, Ba in the end connected, and Ba in the end by itself.
Okay.
So to see the picture better, look at here. Ba. You see those symbols over there? Fatha, Kasra, Dhamma. Yes? A, I, U. Ba in the beginning, connected, half form. Ba in the middle, both arms. All we see is a dot in the bottom. Ba in the ending connected, and Ba in the ending by itself. You see how easy it is?
I need to get a picture of that, but I don't have it, but
I mean, you can take the picture, sister. Okay,
hold on, she's gonna take the picture.
no problem.
So middle and end is almost the same, right? Not middle.
This one and this
middle,
one,
middle is just straight. Right?
straight. This tail in the end telling you there is no more letters after it, which means the word finish. There is no more letters.
So this is the middle. So middle connected would be like lam and alif connected to each side. Like you could do that.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do with the ta and ba and tha, as we're going to see.
And that's with middle connected.
Yes. For example, I can connect, for example, in the middle. I'm going to put like this, for example. 1, 2, 3. I can put this is ba, and this is ta, and this is tha, which means these three. See how they connect? Yeah. We're going to see that right now, but let me don't confuse the sisters, okay? Yes?
What about the second line? But not from the beginning. Yeah, this one it goes in the middle.
This in the beginning, you see?
In the beginning also,
It
right?
starts from beginning, half. That's why I told you, you will see this shape sometime in Quran like this. It starts from the top. All what you have to worry is about the dot. If you see the dot in the bottom, dot in the bottom, dot in the bottom, bottom ba. That's it. Bottom ba.
Right.
I think it's easy. Just have some hint.
Don't really pay attention to the shape.
Yes, as long as the dot's in the bottom, you already got it. Because sometimes you will get confused. You will have a shape like this, for example. For example, like this. And now we'll say, what is this? So you're going to see the dot is right here. And this shape is the first letter we read. And you have another dot right here. So this is for the ba, this is for the jim. But that's how it's written. This is for the ba, this is for the jim. So that's why you have to see where the dot is. Because they do not put in here the dot. Should be there. They put it right here in the bottom. But they cannot be jim because the jim doesn't have a dot here. Jim has to have a dot right in the middle. Right in the middle.
Can you draw Jim by itself?
We're going to take the jim right now. All right, so, but that's why I'm just going to go slowly. But everything will come together. Don't, listen, I'm not going to let it go until you guys get it. Because this is only one shot we have. No, we're going to have to build up. Good up to here. Now we're talking about the ba. Ba is one dot in the bottom. It connects from both sides. Has a full form and short form. This is full form, short form, yes? And has one dot. It's coming from the inner parts of the lips. This is what you need to know. Next one. This is some of the examples. You see here, ba Here ba is in the ending, but by itself, because the ra doesn't accept connection from this side. So that's why they have to put the ba by itself. How do I recognize the ba? One dot in the bottom. That's it. Next one, for example, ba in the middle. The letter before is the ain. Then we have a ba. Then is dal. Ba in the middle.
Okay, so depending on where the position.
Where the ba is located. Yeah.
But
So
that will always be in the middle of the
always the ba will be in the bottom.
Right. Okay, but you was just what's the other letter you saying? The gym.
Jim.
That in the middle.
Leave the jim in the side.
Okay, I'm trying to.
Jim is bigger. Okay, but focus in the ba. Ba by itself, ba in the middle. Here we have a ba which cannot be connected with alif. So this is also letter ba. Alright? We have another letter ba which is connected with alif because alif accepts connection from the right. So that is also ba. What we see, dot in the bottom. Yes? Now we have here ba in the end connected with the sin. Alright? It's easy. You get it, Sheikh?
Yeah, I'm getting it, but like, I just gotta process.
Yeah, but don't worry about the other letters. All those letters is the alphabet that we're going to take them. All of them have a shape, have a form. So soon you get those form and you add it in your dictionary, you already add the alif, you already had the hamza, now you add the ba, the shapes of the ba. Then as we go, we're going to add the other letters. The things will start getting like a puzzle. You see the picture is coming together. All right? So very good. We have a letter ta. 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 Where the ta is coming from? Read Sheikh the first. Read the point. Let's see.
Ta is the triplet of ba.
Ta is the triplet of ba. So I'm going to make it right here. Go ahead, Sheikh. Okay.
Two dots.
Two dots. Read it to me. Two dots. I want you to raise your voice so I can hear. You say the difference between ba and ta is that ta has two dots where?
At the top.
Top. Not the bottom. Top. Look. Two top.
Two top.
Both of them start with the ta. Two top. Ba bottom. Keep that hint with you, okay? Two top. This is the letter ta. This is the name ta. The name of the letter ta. Where is coming from, Sheikhi? This letter come from where?
Where?
Number 3. Ta, two top. I told you that's the thing. Where is coming from?
Ta, two top.
Read the next one.
Oh. This letter comes from the tip of the tongue like that. But the tip of the tongue touches behind the top teeth when saying the letter.
So like a tha, what's coming. But it says this ta, the tongue is touching the upper parts of the teeth. Doesn't come out. Ta. These parts of the tongue. The top parts of the tongue. Ta. Ta. Make sure you do not produce air. Don't say ta. 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 Not ta. Ta. Pure, exactly. Ta. Very good. Ta. Two top ta. Not two top ta. Yeah, I'm trying to just to see how the sound of the ta is clear sound, no air. Now in English probably have two. Maybe there is the air coming, yes? Yes? Top, top, top. In Arabic it's ta, tu, ta, ti, just the sound. Ta, which means you squeeze the tip, the top of the tongue, you squeeze it behind the teeth. Ta, can you say it?
Ta.
Yes.
Ta, ta.
No, I hear some air. Ta. Yeah, yes. Ta. Very good. You see the difference? So make sure do not say ta. Say ta. Clear sound. Ta. The way how you say it, you squeeze the tongue. Ta. Yes, this is important. It is also, Sheikhna, friendly letter. Has both full and the short form. Yes, it connects from the right and the left. It's familiar to the same triplets, same of the ba. Look, I'm gonna put short form, have, 2 dots. Yes? Ta. I can put the same shape like this, but 2 dots on the top. Ta. I can put the same shape like this, but 2 dots on the top. Ta. Also 2 dots here. Ta. By itself. By itself. Also 2 dots. Ta. You see the shape? Identical. Ta. Ta. Ta in the beginning. Ta in the middle. Ta in the end. Connected. Ta by itself. Yes, it connects from the right and the left. In the beginning, ta is cut in half. In half. See the shape? We cut it in half. But so when you put the dot, again, what we need to focus on the ta, Sheikh, where the dots located and how many dots we have. If we have 2 dots on the top, ta. If we have 1 dot on the bottom, ba. That's it. Easy? The shape, don't bother about it. Just focus in those dots. Because those dots make the letter. Middle given 2 arms to connect on both sides. In the end is written in full form with the arm to connect from the right. If there is a letter, what's connect from the right? Yes? This is the shapes of the ta. Ta. We got this one? Keep going, Sheikh.
Easy.
This is easy. Easy, yes? Inshallah is easy. Now, one thing you see in the bottom here, you see in the bottom, that 2 shapes in the bottom? 2 shapes in the bottom? We covered that 2 shapes. What do you see in these shapes in the bottom here? What do you see? What do you see something similar to the ta? What do you see?
Dots.
Dots. I remember I told you focus in the dots. How many dots you have on top of that shape? 2. So that is also ta. That is also ta. In the other shape, how many dots you have on the top? 2. So that is also ta. This shape. Guys, you see in the alphabet, this shape, you have it in alphabet, this shape. You see? You see that shape in alphabet? You have it? What do we call this shape in alphabet? Who can give it to me? Ha. You remember? In alphabet. Sister Aida, do you have it? Ha. You see? Same thing. If I have it connected, like this, connected, this is also ha. Yes? Connected. From right. You got it? Now, same shape, but 2 dots on the top. Same shape, but 2 dots on the top. This is ta. This is ta.
Wait, I have a question.
Yep.
Why does yours look like that? Because like here, it's like an L with like a...
Where?
See how it's shaped like
No,
that?
this is the name, ha. If I write the ha in Arabic, I write it like this. Ha.
Oh.
That is the name.
Oh, okay.
They wrote it in Arabic.
But as soon as I put the dots on there, then it's
Soon I put the dot on it, the shape doesn't matter. Become ta.
Ta.
What kind of ta we call this? We call the ta marbuta, which means ta which is in a closed form. Closed. You see this ta is open form. Is open. This one is closed. Become like a circle. They call it female ta. Ta ta'nith. Female ta. Female. Because usually this name, this ta you put on the female names. Like Aisha, Fatima, Khadija, Amina. They all end up with this ta. In a grammar. So they end up with the ta. This is the symbol, this ta, when you see it in a writing, it's telling you because that name is a feminine name. You understand? So what you need to know, we are not in grammar now. If you see two dots on this ta, you read it as a ta. You read as a what? As a ta. Good up to here? Now, should I give you one tip about this ta? What do you have a similar to between these tas? This shape and this shape. What's similar? It's the same. Only different is what? Ta. So keep that in your mind when we come to the Quran. This ta we only read. You can add that in your notebook. This ta we only read it ta if we continue. If you continue in a sentence, you continue reading it. If you stop on it, you stop with ha. Alright, Sheikh? You gotta remember this?
Repeat that again.
This ta, you only read it as a ta if you continue in a sentence. You continue to the next word. You continue reading it. You have this word in the middle, and you continue to the next word. You just continue in Quran. Then you read as a ta. But if I stop in this word, what has this letter, I stop on it. And usually this letter is always in the end. This letter is always in the end of the word. Always in the end. Then I stop with what? I stop with ha. If you cannot get it, don't worry.
Yeah, but will it have the two dots?
The dots will be there.
Okay, that's still.
The dot is there. But you see, we have in Arabic letters, Sheikh, sister, the dot is there. We cannot remove the dot, but we read it differently.
If it's in the end, that's at the end.
Always in the end of the word. For example, I will put here, this is the letter Shin with 3 dots. And this is the letter Jim. The sister was asking about that with 1 dot in a bar. This is the letter Ra, and this is the letter Ta. Because Ra doesn't connect, we're going to take Ta with 2 dots. Sha, Ja, Ra, 2. For example, Fatha, 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 Dhamma. Shin with Fatha, Sha. Jim with Fatha, Ja. Ra with Fatha, Ra. Ta, 2 dots here. Ta with Dhamma, 2. Now, if I continue, Shajaratun Kabiratun, Shajaratu Kabira, I continue. I read the ta. If I stop, Shajarah, Shajarah. How do I stop? With ha. Shajarah. This letter become like this. Become like a ha. Become like a ha. But I cannot change the dot. The dot must be there. I see it as a ta, but I read it as a ha. Alright? For what you need to know now is this ta, if I continue, remain ta. If I stop on it, become ha. That's it. Yeah. This ta, if I continue, remain ta. If I stop, turn to ha. Easy?
Okay, so even though there's 2 dots there, it stops there, it's ha.
If I stop, for example, or the sentence finished there, I stop with ha.
Okay.
But all what you need to know about this is also ta, 2 dots on the top, 2 dots on the top. The shape indicate, because if you stop on it, you stop with the ha. Even though the dot is there. If I continue, I read it with ta. We're going to stop right here because the other brother is waiting. I was planning to take the other triple, but we're going to take it next time.
If it's not a problem, for Tuesday class, can you, in writing that we can read in your handwriting, the strong, there's 5 letters, that's strong, 6 letters. Can you just do that in your handwriting so I can get my notes real good?
On Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Remind me if you come.
Okay, do we have, the board?
Yeah, of course. We have the board over there. Sheikhna, inshallah, if you can stop that recording. Allah reward you. Jazakallah khairan.